Well, good morning, everybody. Gonna do a little video today. I'm going to get the fertilizer cart from the local feed store that has a few rental carts. So I'm going to fertilize my 50-acre hayfield and probably get my irrigated pastures done today. So kind of thought about doing a video today about the volatility of farming. So I'm going to go get the cart. We'll get started. I'll show you what the setup looks like, and then while we're fertilizing, we'll chat a little bit about the farming and the pricing and where we're at in today's world. So okay guys, this is the fertilizer cart that I rent from the local shop here, and it'll hold about 5,000 pounds, or excuse me, it'll hold about 10,000 pounds of fertilizer, which is about the right amount for 200 pounds the acre for 50 acres. But it's kind of cool because it's ground driven. So this little tire touches the ground tire that drives the mechanism to run the fertilizer back here. So it's kind of cool. It makes it easy. I call it farming with a pickup. And so I'm sitting in the truck drinking Diet Mountain Dew and listening to the radio and getting my fertilizer done. So anyway, so we're putting 200 pounds the acre down this year, and I'll get in the truck and we'll talk some more about it. All right, so it's started the video out talking about how volatile the farming agriculture world is. Just to give you a little bit of a history, I graduated high school in 1988 and worked on a big hay farm for that summer between my trade school and high school. We had 2,500 acres of hay and was selling hay for $100 a ton. Of course, in those days, that was astronomically high. I remember buying hay, $70, $80 a ton. Well, that year was $100 a ton, and man, the whole farming was, holy smokes, world's gonna end. Hay's $100 a ton. Bear in mind, diesel fuel was 70 cents a gallon. So just to put things in perspective, that was 1988. 2025, I sold about 5 semi-loads of hay last week for $100 a ton. I don't know how somebody that farms for a living can manage those types of swings I mean, my hay did great. I had more of it to sell, but it certainly didn't offset. 2 years ago, I was selling hay for $300 a ton. So what it boiled down to is I sold all that hay last week, which was not all of my hay. It covered my fertilizer bill. That's it. So and what I did last year, early spring, had soil samples done. So they did the soil samples. The recommendation was 350 pounds per acre of the phosphate fertilizer. So that's what I did. So with the price of hay being so low and the price of fertilizer being so high, it's almost $1,000 a ton, I paid for my fertilizer bill. Bear in mind, that was the majority of my hay. I still have some hay left. I got 2 or 3 semi-loads left. Still got my calves to sell. So it's not all doom and gloom, but still, it's just incredible to me that the hay value can be that big of a variable. So this year, every farm in this whole part of the state, country, whatever, has a giant haystack in their back. They're still. So to me, even though the recommendation is 350 pounds the acre, it doesn't make sense to do that because the hay, it's going to be another couple of years before the hay price comes back. So I'm doing 200 pounds the acre this year, and trying to condition my soil. The farm that I'm running, it just wasn't. It went neglected for a few years. Let's put it that way. So I'm kind of trying to build the soil back, but it just doesn't make sense to spend your entire crop income on fertilizer. There's got to be a balance. Did my hay produce better last year? Absolutely did. We had record-breaking spring rain, and there's no replacement for rain. But by putting that extra fertilizer, then the rain came. Holy smokes, I had hay running out my ears. Wasn't worth anything. I had lots of it. So anyway, we're gonna probably wrap the video up. I just kind of wanted to touch base with you guys and kind of share some of my fertilizer versus crop production, whatever, because it is just, and here again, I know people that'll say, well, I ain't fertilizing, hay's not worth anything. I can't argue that. Maybe that is the right thing to do. I'm spending a lot of money on fertilizer. Not as much as I did last year, because I'm trying to find that balance of, you know, get fertilizer, get the farm producing, but still, I mean, I'm cutting my fertilizer bill probably by 30% of what I did last year with fertilizer. Actually, the cost of fertilizer is about the same between last year and this year. But I'm going, I don't think that money will come back to me, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. I still want to do what's right for the ground, be a good steward of the ground. But shoot, I mean, I don't, just it feels like the numbers don't add up to me to put that much fertilizer on and have the hay being so low value. So anyway, all right, I'm done rambling. Gonna try to get this fertilizer spread, start doing a lot more videos on the 10 Cow Ranch channel here. Just, it's the time of year, you know, from about 1st of December till about, you know, March, April, there's just not much going on. I mean, I could take you guys with me 3 times a week feeding cows, and it's the same. Take 2 or 3 bells and cut the twine. And so anyway, hopefully be some more videos coming, kind of show you more what we're doing, give you some more updates on the feedlot calves. You know, they're doing really good. I did a video a little bit just a few weeks ago on that. They're growing like crazy, getting fat, and, you know, got them scheduled to be processed in May. So always nice to have a freezer full of beef. So anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. Please subscribe.